Are FIFA streamers or YouTubers bad for FIFA as a whole? Today's video we'll be going into debate about a thread that I've found on Reddit and a couple of conversations that I've seen on my Twitch or my Twitter that I've seen people go in when they talk about why they no longer play FIFA. This kind of topic gets brought up quite a lot about how the community has changed and how toxic it is, and one big part of that I've seen is the impact of YouTubers and streamers. So tell me your thoughts down below in comments. I find this to be an interesting topic and a debate because I've never really spoken about this. I want to share this person's opinion about why they believe what they believe, and down below, you guys can go have a nice little, civil debate. Don't say that someone's ma looks like Sadio Mane or something, okay? Try and be nice. And if you're new here, go and drop a sub on the channel. And also, let's hit 1,500 likes. Yo, do you play FIFA 22? Yeah. Is your team bang average? You absolute pathetic piece of... You're saying that to the viewers? No, obviously. Ah, okay. I mean you. Do you face teams like this?
You can't keep getting away with it!
Do you know there's a way to get coins? Why are you shouting at me? Then go to userbuy.com for the cheapest and most reliable place to buy your coins on FIFA 22. Link is down below in the description, and also use code Vizeh at checkout to get a discount. So this was on Reddit, and this was 6 months ago. So I must say, this was 6 months ago. So this is the day, first couple of weeks of the new FIFA, right? So this is the perspective of what they're saying in terms of seeing the FIFA community from the first few weeks of a new FIFA. And this has got 2.5k upvotes, and it's quite highly debated. 445 comments here, and I am also live on my Twitch, so people will be commenting as well throughout and give me their thoughts as well. So this person called Slowmon UT Kick, something like that, and he put this on Reddit, and he said streamers are bad for this game. Just straight up, they're bad for the game, bad for the community. And let's see what he says. So he says as follows: now, I used to enjoy FIFA streamers. However, each year they have increasingly gone over the top with pack openings. I used to enjoy watching them play games, the weekend league, and so on. But I just so happened to click on AA9 Skills yesterday, and of course it's a road to Ronaldo, and he had just packed Salah. But my point is that the game has been out for 2 days, and this guy has 350,000 FIFA points and 1.5 mil in coins. Switch over to Castro, and he has 2 icons and most of the top gold players with an infinite amount of FIFA points. These guys are at endgame before the game even officially launches. Endgame for what's available. If this isn't encouraging kids to spend their parents' cash or adults spending their rent/mortgage payments, then I don't know what is. EA, please, for the love of God, put a daily, weekly, or monthly FIFA point limit. Stuff like this will ruin people's lives, and it's all for some pixels on a goddamn screen. Stop exploiting people. It's absolutely disgusting. What do y'all think? Am I crazy in thinking this? Now, this is a very big statement, as this guy is basically saying and accusing the likes of Castro, or A9 Skills as he's named, and the other big FIFA content creators that spends money in the game and advertises, not advertises FP, but their main content is revolved around opening packs, almost advertising to people, young kids or young adults alike. And what he says, put money in the game. Now, I must say, as a content creator myself, and as someone that does not put money in the game, as a person that is very against the idea of just being a pack opening person, because I've done pack openings back in 17 or 18, but if you look at all of them, I think I've done 2 videos, maybe 3 at the most, over my entire channel of me putting on FIFA points in the game. Even 13, actually, I think of 13, that I put FP on, and I was at the age of 14, 15, because I look at the likes of KSI and Rudder Show, and I think, as a YouTuber, how would I want to make content? And well, people love pack openings, so I put money in the game and hope that I can get big on YouTube while putting on my money from my birthday and put it onto packs. This is a mindset which I see a lot, that you see, especially when you go on Twitch. You look at you look at the lower the 10 viewers, 20 viewers, 30, 40, 50, 100, right? You see this happen a lot, that you see a streamer has about, let's say they have 50 viewers, right? 50 viewers, and then they go and tweet out and change titles to him saying, okay, big 12,000 FIFA point pack opening, right? And this happens a lot. They advertise the fact they're going to open some packs, they put 12k on. This is what happens, guaranteed each time. They go from 50 viewers to about 150. 200. It could triple, okay, the amount of views they have, because they say, I'm going to open some packs. Believe it or not, we already know that the entire scene, they love packs because it is much more enjoyable than actually playing the game. So this 50 viewer streamer advertisers going to open up some packs. They put it out there. They triple their viewers. They're buzzing. They're like, yes, okay, come on, I can be a streamer now. They get excited, okay? They open up the packs. They interact with the stream. They're on top of the world. They're so happy, thinking, okay, we're getting somewhere, getting some more viewers. Let's go. And then the FIFA point stops. It goes down to 0. And then that viewer count within 1 minute dwindles down to about 50 again. Maybe even less. They go from this high of having all these viewers, and then as soon as there's no more packs, it's back down to 0 again almost. And it's like, in this mindset, after they just spent £80 on FP, what are they going to do? They're going to put on more FP again. This is the mindset that, and this is what I've seen on the FIFA scene for years, for especially like smaller content creators that, you know, has not the resources available to keep putting money in the game. They do it anyway, just to hope that it can maybe just give them an extra few viewers that can maybe be consistent on the streams. And this happens a lot right now. This isn't exactly the topic of what this guy is saying, but this is a thing that I see a lot from people that may be in situations that doesn't have the money for it, that still put some money in the game to hope that they can make it into something bigger. So back into what this guy has said, right? Because I may have just gone on a tangent there, but that is just how I see a good amount of the smaller streamers that puts money on game. That is what happens a lot of the time. Now, essentially, in the big bull text, streamers are bad for this game. Is that true? No, it's not true whatsoever. If people didn't want to watch streamers, then they wouldn't have the thousands upon thousands views that they would have. If people did not care about FIFA, then Castro would not have 20 odd, 30, 40, 50,000. He wouldn't have like 100,000 viewers each time it's a Team of the Year or Team of the Season event. If people wouldn't care, then they wouldn't watch them, okay? Now, when it comes to pack openings, which is like his main thing, I gotta say, for like the likes of Castro and A9 Skills that he has mentioned in this, I've never seen Castro or A9 Skills ever say to people, especially not A9, because he's done multiple videos about going in at EA and going in about the game, and not going into about the fact that this game is not worth playing. Maybe not as much Castro, but he's never advocated to people to put money on the game. As far as I'm aware, I've never seen him say that put money in the game to get a better team. It's never happened, right? It's never happened. This isn't a thing that happens, right? So they're not really saying to people, put money on game because you can get this insane team like me. So it's not really Castro's fault or A9 Skills' fault that if someone does watch them, that they see them pack, let's say, an icon from a FIFA point pack, and that they go put on points and stuff because they see them pack them, right? If anything, it's actually more beneficial that these people watch Castro actually open the packs on stream, because he could go through 100,000 field points and pack nothing. I've done many videos, especially around Team of the Year, showcasing how much money does it actually cost to get a Team of the Year. And I think we worked out on day 1 of Team of the Year attackers, there was only 4 Team of the Years packed across, I want to say like 12 FIFA streamers. That's all together put on about, I think, like 17,000 pounds worth of FP, and they only packed 4 across the 12 of them, right? That is about 4,500, around 4,000 pounds per Team of the Year, like, on average, which is disgusting, right? We can all say, how much should it cost for you to get a Team of the Year? I mean, you tell me. I think Manny open literally like I don't want to say 1 million FP, but like, I want to say 500,000 field points and pack no Team of the Year during Team of the Year. That is ridiculous, right? And that shouldn't happen, but it does happen. So that is a great example where if you see these streamers play the game live, or open packs live, that you can see that it isn't worth putting FP on. They're a live prime example of you should not do this, because I've been opening 125k packs, ultimate packs for the last half an hour, and my best player is a Pogba, maybe like the best player from like opening ultimate packs for all that time. Watching them open packs live is the best way to almost turn people away from opening packs. That's the way I see it. Now, of course, there's a lot of comments, and I want to just show the top comments on this, that why people believe or may disagree with what he's saying. And the top comment is, watching people open 200 quid worth of FP for a couple of walkouts make me not want to spend any money in the game. Jack says there's already limits on spending in the game, but EA do the most EA thing with it, where even with having a limit set, it allows you to still just ignore it, which is true, and this is still a fact in the game. EA sponsoring and funding the top content creators is where the issue lies. They know the best advertisement for the game comes from a streaming platform, so what better way than to exploit their target audience than load someone like Castle's account chock full of FP to spend days on end opening packs, enticing others to do the same. Now, I wanted to reply back to that, because I could say as a definite that EA, and I'm one of the most anti-EA guys you may meet. I do not play this game that much this year, and I've done many videos having a laugh with EA, right? EA does not give Castro FP. I can say that categorically. We've seen these guys for years upon years put money in the game and do it live on stream. I am not going to be here and saying that FP gets planted on Bates's account, because it just doesn't, because we've seen them do it live on stream for years upon years. So, but it's not about the fact that the stupid faces that they put in their thumbnails, fake over-the-top reactions and clickbait is what drives me crazy, which is kind of stupid, because like I think every single YouTuber in the world does something like that. Like, maybe not every YouTuber, but like a good amount does. They have like their face in the title, and I don't really go that mad with like a thumbnail face. It's more just kind of like me just looking confused. But yeah, like if people actually do get annoyed by it, then it's just a bit stupid, really. Commentator saying, if you watch Castro, you know how often he says, I do this so you guys don't have to. Pack weight is shit, boys, save your money. Well, you had to spend 150k FP just to pack Japanese Pele. People send their teams for him to show off on stream. How do you have Varane already? You spent money, didn't you? It's never ever. See, boys, you need to drop some points if you want these teams. I found Castro to be honest and entertaining, and he's built a business for himself where 300k points is a small expense, and he frames it that way. Which is a point I said earlier. I've never seen a streamer advertise to spend FP in the game, and if anything, watching them, it makes you not want to put money in the game. And also, one thing as well is that I've seen a lot in the last more 2 years, 3 years, about RTGs being so much more viable and so much more promoted. You could do an RTG for about 2 weeks and you could get a team better than what you had back in FIFA 16, 17, 18. Like, you could have an RTG, put no money in the game, just grind the game for about 2 weeks, and I'm telling you, you would have a better team than what you had at endgame FIFA 18. That's just what the game is now. I see a lot of people saying that the game is pay to win. I think it's the opposite. I don't think the game's pay to win, because it is so easy to get a good team. Now, you may say, yeah, but a good team is different to an insane team. And you may be correct that there is definitely a level where you can get the Neymars and the Mbappes and, like, stay with like a normal gold Neymar, normal gold Mbappe, and then there's the next step up. And there is quite a big gap there, because then you get to a stage where the next step is like a player that's worth like 1 million coins minimum, or like 500k minimum for each next step, and there is a point there. But to get like a good team, if you're casual, do you really care about having a team with like bare team of the years or bare prime icon moments? Not really. You'd be more than happy with like a singular Mbappe and get like a Neymar in there, or like a Ronaldo, and most casuals, they can get that literally like without even trying, almost. Like, just do like a couple weekend leagues. You don't even need to be good, okay? You don't even need the weekend leagues. Just do some SBCs, and eventually you will just have money and have a good team. It is so easy to get a good team. So when I see people say that it's pay to win or you need to put an FP, if streamers wanted to like get a good team, they just have to play the game. They don't even need to put points on. Points is literally just for the sake of giving your viewers something to watch at this stage, because most people don't really care about what you get in packs. Let's be real, most people, they play the game just to kind of fill out their club, to then get fodder, to then have fun doing the SBCs. If that's the party bags, if that's the icon moments, player picks, if that's the year in review picks, like you can just have fun doing all those SBCs and then play a couple of games of FUT Champs, get like enough like 45k packs and 35k packs, and just fill out your club with those packs to then do more fodder, to then do more SBCs. That's what the game is now. The worst part is that I find with this game, and the reason why I don't personally find that much enjoyment is the fact that there's not that real big get in. You know, when you get that one big player, it's a massive event because it will massively change your team. With this FIFA, it does feel like there's not that much of a boom, my team is now insane, because odds are your team is already quite insane. Like, because it's so easy to get a good team and barely even try. Once you get that good team to really push you to move on and get to the next level, it's almost kind of like not even that much of a step up anymore compared to what you already have. And that's what I personally find hard for me to grapple with. That's a conversation of promos and so on and so forth. Is there too many promos? There is this comment here from 123 Josh saying, people forget the fun of the game before we had all this. I have played since FIFA UT first came out, so FIFA Ultimate Team first came out back in 2009. The fun was building up enough points for small upgrades, getting a bargain, making 500 coins. Now everybody has a great team at the start, and it is all about special cards just ruined, which is an opinion which I feel like a lot of people share. Someone's saying putting in bronze cards and a little bit of coins in a trade, hoping the owner of the card accidentally press accept. That's like trade offers and things like that. And that is a factor which most people who like played the game back in the day, they see it now and they're like, I ain't even gonna try, bro. It's just too much for them. Indy says, FIFA streaming has become quite lazy now. You realize over half the content isn't even gameplay. It's either opening packs or going on viewer accounts and opening their packs. Which is true. It is true that if you, let's say, go on Twitch right now, you go on most people's FIFA stream, most of the time they're there just on the menus, grinding an SBC or opening some people's player picks or talking about player picks and SBCs. And that's what it is, because gameplay is boring for a large chunk of people. People don't actually enjoy playing the game. There are people that do prioritize gameplay, like the likes of the pros, etc. That it does exist. There are people that do a lot of gameplay, but compared to what it used to be, it's now become more of a minority to what it was back in the day. Back in 17, 18, even 19 for a good extent, it was more about the gameplay. Now, since 20, there's been a big shift of now being more of a menu guide than what it is an actual gameplay guide. I like this by Steven saying, I think streamers have a place. The likes of Nick when the FUT market doesn't appear to spend money, which he doesn't obviously, because he's a trader and is great at trading. Boras mainly focuses on RTG. Danny Aarons mainly does challenges and seems to focus on some hidden gems most of the time, if not career mode. And that's why, that's like Run the FUT market and all those guys, like, they're so important for the scene, really. So that is the view from the community and my own kind of like 2 cents onto it. Tell me your thoughts down below in the comments about your thoughts about FIFA streamers. I don't think it's fair to say that streamers ruin the game. Like, you could say that they can maybe, when I look at streamers and who watches them, I don't even think it's that large of a percentage. Like, most people that I know, they don't even watch Twitch or YouTube, or like FIFA YouTube. They just play the game. So I think it's unfair to say that they have a massive impact on the games. I don't actually think, if you look at the percentages, maybe how much, like 15%, 20 at most of the community actually is aware of FIFA streamers or YouTubers, like actually watches them, like, weekly. Like, I don't think it's actually that much. Like, the only people I can imagine that has like a big audience, like Castro, is like Danny Aarons, like these kind of people. And Danny Aarons is the best example you can really have of like a YouTuber streamer, because the person, Danny, his content is not just based on purely packs, it's based on having a laugh at the game, and that is the best like example that you can have for the FIFA scene, by using these weird wacky plays and having a laugh at them and having challenges and not taking the game too seriously. So to Danny, like, he is the best example of the scene, really, and hopefully that with him, more people can just be a bit more chill with the game. And if that happens, the game, in my opinion, will be better for everyone. So tell me your thoughts down below in the comments. I'll see you guys next time for another video, and yeah, stay safe.